G'day all, it's Colin from PC TLC and thanks for joining me. Today I'm looking at Zorin Os 15 beta, and I was having some issues with this on real hardware. Now, I was having some repo nightmares and I couldn't get nothing running. Now, I don't know whether that's, what can you say, bad timing, just a coincidence maybe, but I've installed it on Virtualbox and it seems to be running pretty good. So I'm not quite sure what the deal was there. I'm currently running Ubuntu Budgie 1904 for the BigDaddyLinux Live Challenge. So I'm not going to install this on real hardware yet. I will try again, but I'll wait till I've gone through the BigDaddyLinux Live challenge tomorrow. But what we'll do here, I'll just show you that it's working. Then I'll take you through the install and how I got to where I am now, which is pretty much just updates anyway. So I just thought it was a bit odd that maybe there was something bad going on with the repos at exactly the same time I was trying. I really don't know what was going on there. So let's just do that. So here we are in Zorin Os, and as you can see, if we go to Updater, Software Updater, we should be up to date unless there's any updates come through in the last couple of hours. And you can see the software on this computer is up to date. So let's shut that down. Let's destroy that install and we shall start another install. So let's attach the, let's remove the guest drive, the beta ISO, Zorin Os 15 core beta, or whichever way you say it. And let's start that up and let's do a fresh install and have a look. And I normally just try first. So what we'll do is we'll do a scaled mode, host and C. So let's try that first so we can see what's going on. I know it's a bit stretched, but it's the best way to see. So let's install Zorin Os. Continue that, download updates and install third party, yep. And we shall erase disk and install Zorin because it's already installed, so it's asking if I want to install alongside. Or just erase disk and install Zorin, which is the same as if there was nothing there, it would be saying install to the whole disk or something like that. Let's continue that. So I'm not doing any custom partitions or anything like that. Now I just had a thought because I'm not running on UEFI either on Virtualbox, but on my laptop I'm running UEFI, so maybe that could be the issue. That would be interesting actually. Let's leave it at that. Let's continue that. Okay, so that is the install complete. Didn't take that long, so let's restart now. Okay, so we'll log back into the system after install. I shall scale that so we can do the updates first and then we'll install the VirtualBox Guest Edition. So let's do an update. So let's install these updates. Okay, so that's Zorin Os updated. So that's I'm pretty sure there's another update that comes through straight after that one. Let's just check that out. We'll let it go and see what it does. Maybe I checked the updater previous, so I'll try that again just to clear up. I'm sure there was another update. I normally run the updater again after updates just to make sure there's nothing else after updates that's brought another update through. No, that's okay. All right. So what we shall do is restart. All right, so let's install our guest edition. So I'll take away the scale mode to do that. Insert guest editions. It should automatically ask you to run it, like so. So we click on run. Give it our password. I don't know why that's come up twice. Now, wouldn't it be good if all distros were that easy to install guest editions? That'd be very nice indeed. So what I shall do is eject the disk from there, the VBox guest editions. Well, actually what I'll do is I'll shut down and start again. That's power off. And remove that from settings, storage, guest editions, and remove disk. Okay, and let's restart. Now we've got a fresh start after installing guest editions, which is always best to do anyway. Okay, so here we are in our fully installed, updated desktop Zorin Os 15 beta. We will just put that on full screen mode. That looks much better. Now what we're going to do is have a quick run through on what's new in the beta version. So let's do that. Okay, so the Zorin Os blog regarding Zorin Os 15. It's a pre-release beta version which we have created to get your feedback and bug reports on what we've built so far. So what they've got new is Zorin Connect. So Zorin Connect is connects your Android phone. So let's have a look if we can find that, Zorin Connect. And that's a Zorin Connect there. So what it is, with the goal of making Zorin Os the best platform for getting things done, we want the transitions between using our devices to be as seamless as possible. So it's based on GS Connect and KDE Connect. Zorin Connect integrates deeply into the Zorin Os desktop to merge the experience between your computer and Android phone, allowing you to sync your phone's notifications with your computer, browse photos from your phone, reply to SMS messages and view conversations with your contacts, share files and web links between devices, use your phone as a remote control for your computer, control media playback on your computer from your phone, and pause playback automatically when a phone call arrives. So there is also in the Play Store, the Google Play Store, Zorin Connect. I've already searched for that. It's definitely there. So there's no problem there. Also, they've been looking at faster performance. Speed has been a top focus in Zorin Os 15. So the desktop runs dramatically smoother on a wide range of hardware, old and new, with the introduction of GNOME Shell 3.3 and the Linux kernel 4.18. Performance optimizations have been made in every level of the operating system. They have a new desktop theme, so that's it there. Refreshed and refined the look and feel of the Zorin OS desktop with a new, more welcoming desktop theme. It has been designed with clarity and simplicity in mind, minimizing the visual load of the interface so the content takes center stage. New animations make the user experience more delightful and make the desktop feel more fluid. The new desktop theme is available in 6 variants and in light and dark mode, which can be set from the Zorin Appearance app. So let's have a look at that. Appearance, Zorin Appearance. Theme. So we've got different colors, which I'm assuming will change what's on here. Yep. Okay, so you got some different colors there. You got the don't mind the blue one actually. It's quite okay. So it adapts throughout the day. We've designed the desktop to better adapt to the environment around you, so using Zorin OS is more comfortable throughout the day. Zorin Auto Theme is a new feature which automatically switches the desktop theme into dark mode or sunset and back to light mode after sunrise. You can enable Zorin Auto Theme by opening the Zorin Appearance app and clicking the middle background option in the newly redesigned Zorin Theme Switcher. So this one here, I assume they're talking about. So turn on location services to find your location. Okay, so we need to do that if we do that. Okay. So they've also got a Nightlight, new to Zorin 15, which gradually reduces the amount of blue light. That's the same as a Redshift, which is in the display in settings. So if we go to settings and we go to devices and screen display, Nightlight. And then when you turn that on, you've got these options here to adjust. That's a GNOME setting. They've also got a touch layout. So for tablets, if you have a tablet, convertible laptop or interactive whiteboard, you can now enjoy in an all-new desktop interface which has been tailored specifically for touchscreens. You can switch to the new touch desktop layout with one click from the Zorin Appearance app. The third layout option on the right, which is this one here. Redesigned apps with the introduction of the latest Libre Office 6.2 version. The toolbar design has been refreshed and modernized so you can work on your documents with a more familiar and intuitive interface. So let's check out Libre Office. Let's check out Calc. That's my favorite. So yes, they've got definitely a completely different format there in LibreOffice Calc. So that's probably more in line with looking like a bit like the Microsoft Office 2013, or no, yeah, maybe 2013 onwards, I would say. There's probably a way of setting that back to the usual, maybe, I'm not sure. So the Settings app has been entirely revamped to make navigating between your system preferences faster thanks to a new sidebar layout. So that's not really a Zorin thing. The Settings is a GNOME thing. So that's the case in standard GNOME anyway. No difference from the GNOME desktop there. The future of Linux apps, Flatpak support is now built into the operating system out of the box. Okay, so let's check that out. Let's go to software and do a search, and I'll do my usual search for Telegram. That's normally a Flatpak. So let's have a look there, Telegram desktop there. would have to be a Flatpak, I think. Oh, that's a snap. So you got snaps by default in Zorin. You got one here. That would be from the repos, I would think. Bionic Universe, yeah. So where's the Flatpak? That's a snap as well, I think. Yep. All right, so they've got Flatpak support, it says, out of the box. Is now built into the operating system out of the box. You can add Flatpak repositories such as FlatHub to your system, install apps graphically using the updated software app. So that comes down again to what I was talking about in another video. They put Flatpaks in, but they don't put the repos in. Flatpak Ubuntu setup, quick setup. Be this one here. So all we need to do here is add this repository here. Copy that into our terminal. And that's added. So we need to restart to get that to recognize the FlatHub repository. So we'll do that soon. So we have a do not disturb mode. As we receive more emails, chat messages and notifications throughout the day, it's becoming more difficult to focus deeply on the work that matters. Zorin OS 15 introduces a simple toggle in the message tray to silence notifications so you can focus easier. A do not disturb right there. There we go. That's pretty handy, I must say. Okay. And they have the to-do app. That's nothing. That's also not a Zorin thing. That's also a GNOME, a new GNOME app that's been installed in the GNOME desktop. So if you install straight out GNOME from Debian or something like that, the to-do app will be in there. That would be probably from that would be from, I think, 3.3 onwards, or maybe even before that. So other improvements have been color emoji support. Firefox is the new default browser. Now, I can't remember what the default browser was before this one. It must have been either Chromium or Web. I'm not quite sure, but they've now made Firefox the default. Evolution is included with Microsoft Exchange support built in. New system font, new artwork, desktop backgrounds and boot splash screen. Yeah, the boot splash screen you might have noticed on startup and that it looks quite nice, I must say. New customization settings for the taskbar and Zorin menu in the panel tab of Zorin Appearance. Customize for the taskbar and Zorin menu. So I must be talking about these ones here. In the panel tab of Zorin Appearance, I must be these ones. Yes, that is completely different, I must say. It was different before, I remember. Zorin menu opens with the super key by default. This setting can be changed in the panel tab of Zorin Appearance. Left super key, Zorin menu or activities overview. Now that is a nice little touch. So you can have the GNOME experience here, or you can use the Zorin menu. Now what I like that Zorin does is it gives you a familiar desktop. Now to do this in Ubuntu, you need to have dash to panel. Now in Zorin, it's by default. And if you press the super key, you get the menu. Now if we change that to activities overview, then you get the standard GNOME type activities overview if you press the super key like so. So that's really good to have options, simple options, a simple click and things can change. So that's all we're asking is a simple toggle on and off, and people can make the choice of how they want to run their desktop, which is a nice little touch. Preview of Wayland, a new display server with app sandboxing and improved security. Okay, I don't know whether we're in Wayland by default, so if we press Alt and F2 and press R and enter, it's restarting the shell. So we're not in Wayland, because if we were in Wayland it wouldn't restart the shell at all. It would tell you it's on Wayland. So that's a good way of testing whether you're on X display or whether you're on Wayland. They have Thunderbolt 3 device support, network captive portal detection, bulk file renaming in the file browser, NVIDIA drivers available from the Live ISO, and it's based on Ubuntu 18.04.2. So they're saying this is only scratching the surface of what's new and better in Zorin OS 15. With the consolidation of the hundreds of new features and improvements in this release, Zorin OS 15 is the clearest manifestation of our vision we set forth over a decade ago to combine the most powerful desktop technology with the most user-friendly design and bring the power of Linux to everyone. Okay. So that just gives you a quick rundown of Zorin OS 15 beta. Now what we'll do is we'll quickly, so we've got a restart button here like we have in the GNOME desktop, and then we've got one here as well, which I have a habit of going to the menu. It's just a habit I've got, and some menus don't have that. So we can, especially in the Budgie desktop, I always go to the menu and go, oops, it's back over here somewhere. So let's restart. Okay, so let's have another quick look at the Software Center. So let's just go back to Telegram again and see whether we have that support for Flatpak. So there should be another Telegram in here somewhere. So that we have two more down the bottom here. So those two are snaps, I know. The bottom one before we put, there's the FlatHub. You can see source FlatHub, it says there. So what's this one? So this one doesn't tell you that it's snap. Okay, so that's the FlatHub Telegram. So, and also I'd have to think that they would have Zoom in here as well, because that's now Flatpak as well. So let's check that out. I think we need to press enter there, I think. Oh, there it is there, Zoom FlatHub. Okay, so, and I installed that on another OS, the Ubuntu Budgie I'm testing out at the moment for the BigDaddyLinux Live, and I noticed that if you install that, it's about 1.4 gig in size after install. I was checking file sizes before and after. So these Flatpaks can take up a fair bit of space on your disk, although disk storage can be very cheap these days, so it's not too much of a problem. I don't have a big problem with the size of that as long as I don't have to install a whole heap of Flatpaks to fill my needs in a desktop environment. I could download the .deb and install that, be a lot smaller, probably under 100 or 50 megabytes. I'm not quite sure about that, but sometimes this is new technology, so I like to make sure I've noticed that Zoom Flatpak works. I've tried it a couple of times now, so if it works, I'm going to stick with that for now. At least I know Flatpaks you can install in most distros, so that is good to know that you can have the same source of installation, so you know you can feel comfortable in knowing that it's going to work. And that way, when you're on a different base, if it makes it difficult to install, Flatpak, no problem. So let's just right click and have a quick look at the backgrounds, see what they've got there. So a few backgrounds there, not too many. one branded one there. So that's the backgrounds. So if I find anything else that's worthwhile having a look at, I shall do that and upload probably a separate video about it. If I'll continue to look around the desktop. I'm trying to reduce the length of my videos, so a quick install and look around can still take up 20 to 30 minutes, and just a quick look around and show you the basics of what's sort of new from their blog and their website. Yes, I will upload more videos if I find anything else. I will continue to look around on Zorin at the moment in the Virtualbox and see what else is there. And I may do another install to see if it works on real hardware. Could be that UEFI could be an issue with this. I'm not sure, because this has worked fine, no problems with the repos. So that's Zorin OS 15 beta install and look around. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting and informative, and thank you for watching.